We are talking about how to name angles in this lesson. So there's a couple of different ways that you can name angles, and we need to know all the different ways. The first way is knowing what an angle is made up of. An angle is made of a vertex. This is the vertex. And then this is a ray, right? So a ray has a point at one end, which would be the point D, and then another point B with an arrow, right? This would be DZ, where we have point D is our endpoint, and then Z. So essentially, an angle is made up of two rays connected at an endpoint. And they can be obtuse angles, they can be acute angles, they could be straight angles, they could be right angles, but every single angle you're ever making is made up of two rays connected at the endpoint, right? So we're going to have to see how to name these angles. The first way that you can name them is by the vertex. So if it's just one single angle, we can name it by the vertex. So this would be called angle D. It's that simple. Okay. Then the other way to name the angles is by, let me find the eraser here. Here it is. Is by reading it from left to right or right to left. So if we're talking about, I don't know why it's not letting me use that, but okay. If we're talking about here, it could be B, D, Z, right? We're just going to find one endpoint on the ray to the vertex to the other endpoint on the ray. It doesn't matter which one. So it could be angle BDZ, or we could have started at this endpoint to this one and went ZDB. ZDB. So if you notice, the vertex is always in the middle, and we could read either left to right or right to left on these. It doesn't really matter. But if you think about it, it's three different ways to be called. Just like you might have your given name, a nickname, you might be called a daughter, a son, a niece, a nephew, a grandkid, like best friend. There's a bunch of different ways people refer to you. This is kind of the same way. Okay. So this question here, be careful. Some of them are going to say which one cannot be used to name an angle. So let's see which one cannot. Okay. So we've already labeled the three. You can go by the vertex, which is angle D. You can go BDZ, or you can go ZDB. That's it. So again, the vertex has to be in the middle. So when I look at my answer choices, my vertex is D. This one right here does not have the vertex in the middle. That's the one that I cannot use. Okay, so that's a quick way to go about it. But this one matches what we had here. This one matches what we had here. And this one matches what we had here. But again, if that vertex is not in the middle, it's not going to be your answer. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, which of the following options can be used? So this one, we're looking for the ones that are true. And let's just use it. It says UHZ. But again, U is our vertex. That means that that cannot be it. And we're selecting three correct answers here, by the way. Angle U, we can use that. We can use it just as the vertex, because that's what this little arc here is. That would be like saying it's angle U right there. And then again, U has to be my vertex. It has to be in the middle. So that's going UZH. You're not going to go UZH. That would be this angle here. Okay, so the vertex always has to be in the middle. So that one's out. So I'm going to cross that one off. All right, U again needs to be in the middle, so it is. So that's going HUZ. Yep, that creates it. Angle H is not my vertex. Like that would be like an angle over here somewhere. So that's out. And then again, U has to be in the middle. And that is ZUH. Yes, I can create it that way. Okay, so again, tracing it, I would highly, highly recommend. All right, let's look at this one. Which of the following options could be used as a name? And it says to choose two correct answers. So make sure you read these carefully. Angle N, that is my vertex, so that's a yes. NHY, NHY, that would be this angle here. No, that's not what we're looking for. YHN, so YHN would look like that. That's not what we have. So that's a no. HNY, so HNY, that is a big fat yes, HNY. And again, NYH, that would be NYH would look like this, so no. So again, just remember the vertex has to be in the middle. that will help make sure that we know. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, which of the following could be used as a name? So again, if it's angle N, that means my vertex should be N and it's not, so that's out. And it doesn't tell us to choose more than one, so we're just choosing one here. NMD, NMD, that's a yes. NDM, again, vertex has to be in the middle, so that'd be a no. And if I traced it, it would look like this, okay? Because your vertex has to be the middle term, so it would look like that. And let's see, we said yes on this one, no on this one, and then angle D. Again, angle D would have to be over here. So vertex has to be when it's only letter. Okay, select two correct answers on this one. So again, it's angle X if it's going to be by itself, which means these two are out. And then X has to be in the middle because that's the vertex, so it'd have to be this one, and this one's out. And again, MXH would be MXH. That's how we're getting the right angle, or the correct angle, I should say. Okay, so hopefully that's starting to make a little bit more sense, knowing how to name them. And again, just be careful if you're wanting to look for ones that do answer or ones that cannot answer, and if you're selecting more than one answer or not. So this one is which one cannot be the name of the angle. So if it helps, I go here sometimes and put true and false, and then I choose the one that doesn't match. So KXY, KXY, that's true. YXK, that's true. Angle Y is false, so this is the one that doesn't match. Okay, and again, just remember the vertex has to be in the middle. All right, so hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, be sure to get with me and we will schedule a time to meet to go over it further.